Welcome to webinar on non-banking financial company NBFC. Today's presenter Mr. Nitin Paliwal, General Marketing Manager GM Trust Fintech Limited.
Core Finance Software LOS, LMS, and FA for NBFC.
So good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Nitin Paliwal from Trust Fintech Limited, and today's our session is on the core solution which we designed, that is exclusively which we designed for the NBFC sector. Already, about the company background, Abhishek already given you the brief that we are in this sector last from 25 years and major our experience to cater the BFSI sector mainly. And we are providing end-to-end solution for the BFSI sector. And NBFC is one of the, we can say a type of or kind of institution comes under the BFSI. So basically, when we offer our solution for NBFC exclusively, so by and large, it takes care the entire origination system, that is a loan LOS system, and then post like origination, our complete accounting, that is a loan management system. So broadly, it is a combination of LOS and the LMS. So LOS is one of the component, then LMS, under LMS, your complete day-to-day, or we can say like entire our day-to-day processing part will be covered, or operational part will be covered. And in support to this, our day-to-day operations, the mobile application is also been provided by us. And then apart from that, we have our own Analytica, or we can say the analytical tool under the name of Analytica, that also we are like offering as a complete, or we can say as a bundled solution. So let me start with a LMS, because LMS is a main, like main area of our solution. In LMS solution, the first major feature is the login authentication part. So login authentication part itself having a multiple option. Traditionally in any software, user ID and password is always available. But then apart from that, to make it more secured, our login activity, we given some more additional option. That is either you can have a additional option as a biometric login authentication, or even like QR code login authentication. So like in case of biometric authentication, in a 4-step, you can the user can very easily log in or more securely log in into the application. After like entering the traditional user ID and password, he has to get the option to log in with a biometric tool. And once he like entered his thumb impression, he will get entered into the application. So this is an option which is available with a biometric. And similar way, in a similar fashion, one more option that we introduced, that is a QR code login authentication, where also again after like entering the user ID and password, randomly system has generate the QR code on the user's login screen, which he has to again scan with the registered mobiles. On the registered mobile, the mobile application that we provide, and that application will helpful to scan this QR code, and only after that the user will be successfully logging into the application. So these are the some option which we provide under the LMS. Now let me directly go to the product. Yeah, so this is our main login screen where this authentication factors which we just discussed, that will be available apart from the user ID and password. So let me log in as a normal user ID. Now the next option is that we have a multiple modules. So LMS, central administration, and your reconciliation. So by and large, we segregate the LMS loan management system in three parts. Our day-to-day activity is covered into the LMS section. There is a central administration and the reconciliation. So we'll start with the administration. In administration, typically it is more or less for the master configuration. So in a master configuration also, user management. Now under a user management, you have a complete your own login policy. So you can flexibly define your own login policy as per your requirement. Then the complete user management, where you can define different users. And to define a users, or in fact, before like creating a user ID, you have to first define him as an employee, and then after that, under any branch, you can create his required user ID and password along with his basic like level. And further, once the user is get created, then like user rights and we have a multiple option like user wise. You can first set up the first provide the modules, and under the modules you can then define the required options. So module, then functional rights is completely configurable, that you can define in this central administration section. Now there is one more important point which is comes under the central admin is the audit view, or you can say the log audit. So in log audit, you will get you know like all transactions values also. So complete audit log will be get managed day to day. So you can define from date to date, and from date to date wise, or even like branch specified also, you can generate here the audit log. And once you generate the audit log, then there you will get like the change value also, the what was the old value and what was the what is the new value, right? So that you will get again in here in the central administration section. Sorry. Then after that, the next important part is the scheme or the product configuration. So all the products which usually we are defining, that you can configure from here. Now this section itself is very important. So whenever you need to define a new product, all configurable parameters are available here, and with the help of this configurable parameters, you can very easily and very flexibly you can define any scheme in future also. Now here the unique feature that we are offering is under a one chart of account, or we can say like under a one GL head, you may have a multiple loan scheme. So for example, like under a vehicle loan also, you may have a two-wheeler vehicle loan, you may have a three-wheeler vehicle loan, you may have a heavy vehicle loans, or you may have a four-wheeler vehicle loans. So that way you may define a multiple scheme, but then at the end of the day, all this scheme you may keep it under a one GL, that is a your vehicle loan. So that is the again unique feature, and this helps you to short your trial balance or further your financial statement also, because under a one GL all your multiple scheme will be get addressed, right? So that is the main feature. Otherwise, every GL wise, if you wish, you may create a multiple GLs for every individual scheme also. So that is altogether your choice. But then normally every financial institution prefer that one GL will like address their multiple schemes. So here you can create, define the required GL, scheme code, its scheme name, its applicability. Then most important, the new scheme which you are supposed to introduce, whether it is a short term, mid term, long term. Then calculation frequency. Now in a calculation frequency also we have a multiple option: monthly, quarterly, half yearly, yearly, bi-monthly. Now, even like calculation frequency may be a change, but repayment frequency may be a change. There is a possibility that on a single scheme you may have a monthly calculation frequency, but the repayment frequency may be a quarterly. So in that combination also you may like create a scheme. So interest calculation frequency, its repayment frequency, calculation method, it may be a simple, it may be a compound. If suppose it's a simple, then system won't ask you the next part. Like, but if you define compound, then system may like have a like compounding is also on a monthly basis, quarterly basis, or half yearly basis. So the interest which we calculate on a compound method, then which is supposed to be like do the monthly or quarterly, right? So what I mean to say, like there are so many options given to define any loan scheme. Main is your frequency calculation, your repayment calculation, then the loan charges, whether the loan charges will be conditional or one time or regular or periodical, right? So that way also we choose the options. Apart from that, then we have uh, the option for the sequence, specifically whenever the repayment sequence, specifically when the account is goes overdue or NPA. So that time, whenever we receive the repayment or whenever we receive the payment from the client, so what should be our sequence, means what we should recover first, right? So this complete sequence is also completely configurable. So you may like recover the charges first, then interest, penal interest, then interest receivable, then principal, right? So that way your sequence you can decide, flexibly scheme to scheme. And most important is the charges. So charges also you can configure, like product wise we may have a multi different types of charges. So those charges you can configure here. And here we given the this all list is completely configurable. So this all charges have separate their master itself there, where you can define all the charges, and those charges you will get available over here. And product wise just you need to like map it. Okay, with this scheme I would like to take this particular charges, right? So in this way you can define your complete product over here. And in case if the NBFC is having a multiple branches, then some scheme you may like you may keep it block for any specific branch. So that option is also available over here. Let me take an existing scheme. So instead of creating a new, let me take an existing one scheme which we already configured. Let me take like housing loan. So for a housing loan, we have already configured all the parameters that it's a long-term loan, calculation will be on a monthly basis, right? And then in charges also, we have configured certain charges. We have already mapped some charges. And I would like to show you that under the branches section, you may apply the scheme for all the branches. That means it is applicable for all the branches, or you may like, uh, for example, like if I uncheck it, that means particularly for this branch, this scheme will not be available. So in this way, you can create a multiple scheme over here. Then after creating a scheme, uh, your like, already we defined the applicable rate of interest, its calculation, frequency, everything we configured. Now we move to the transactional part. So now I'm changing the module from administration to loan management system. Now, as I'm login or user is login in by his user ID and password, immediately he will get the login alerts. So this is again the one of the unique feature. First of all, this alerts is configurable in central administration or administration section, where we have the option to define required alerts, their frequencies, and to whom this alert should be get notified. So everything is configurable in administration section. So moment the user is login, he will get the subjective alert depend on the if the that particular condition has been executed. So in case if the condition which we configured into the alerts, if it is get matched, then on his login he will get the login alert. And what he need to do, he has to just like click on that so that he will get the details, because this particular alert was related to, for example, like PDC. So whatever, I mean, whichever the PDCs which is due for, for realization, those least you will get over here. So that way you can configure your login alerts and you will get the login alerts on the login itself. Now I'm login and on a main module, that is LMS module. So typically my work process in LMS is begins with the onboarding process. So customer onboarding, then account opening, and it's and completes solution is checker maker. I mean maker and checker policy. So every transaction whichever we are doing over here, it has its own authorization also. So onboarding is the first part. So whenever the first time any customer, whenever he has been interacting with our organization, so first step is the onboarding process where we are performing the onboarding and we are capturing here all the I mean typically required information about the customer. That is his first name, middle name, last name, his date of birth, and the required ID proof which comes under the KYC related to his identity and related to his address also. Now, this also we are giving more in a real-time verification, real-time validate way also. Let me show you. Like this KYC also we can do it. I mean, we can get verified on a real-time basis. For example, Aadhaar, if suppose any client, any customer has given us as a proof of identity as a Aadhaar. So what we can do immediately, we can even get verified also on a real-time basis. So just for example, I'm entering the Aadhaar number of one of my colleagues. So how, I mean, process will be, I mean, going on. So once you enter the Aadhaar number of your customer, and click on this generate OTP. This is nothing but the consent which you are taking from the customer. So OTP has been successfully sent to the registered mobile number of the your customer. So after that, I need to enter the OTP. Have you received OTP? Yes. 777 479. So moment I enter the OTP, system will immediately connect to the UIDI, and from there it will download all the details, right from the name, date of birth, his address and photographs, entire all these things. And if I click on this OK button, all the details which we get downloaded will be automatically get entered into this customer onboarding screen, right? So all the details, I mean his name, his address, everything will be properly get entered on the respective fields. And this detail we captured from the Aadhaar directly. In a similar way, we may verify the PAN card also. For example, suppose if I entered the PAN number and if I click on the verify button, we can get verified. Yes, is this the PAN is, I mean, really the customer's PAN number or not. So by default, first level of validation is inbuilt into the system, that is algorithm validation. But after algorithm validation, we can validate it with the respective agency also. For example, like Aadhaar is get verified from UIDI and PAN is get verified from NSDL. So I mean this detail we are capturing from NSDL, and if we OK it, then this detail is also get captured. So initially we captured Aadhaar. So in a identity proof, the same Aadhaar number will be entered, and all the details has been captured respectively over here. So this way, to make it more easy, your customer onboarding process as well as immediately verify the details also. For that, we already have the provision to integrate with the respective those government agencies. So yeah, so my onboarding process is done. I mean, customer is onboarded, its basic KYCs get verified, and onboarding process we keep it I mean very specific. We are trying to capture only mandatory and important information to make it this onboarding process more quick and more faster. And once the onboarding process is done, we may like move for the account opening process and proceed for accounting opening activity also. And after that, like the document which has been given by that particular applicant, that we may attach separately also, his photograph, his like signature image, everything that we can upload on a system later on, also on a lateral stage also. Now onboarding is completed, now we are doing the account opening activity. So account opening activity now become more easy. Here we have to like select the product name. If we know the code, directly we can enter the uh, product code. And once we enter the product code, then we can directly move to here on a customer ID section. There, after onboarding the generated customer ID, with the customer ID, we can fetch all the details, right? So as we enter the customer ID, all the details will be automatically captured in this loan account opening form. One more thing, in a starting, as I told you, like we provide complete integrated solution right from LOS also. So in case if suppose NBFC has adopted our LOS system also, in that case you may proceed your account opening process with the case number which was earlier generated on the LOS system. So you may like capture all the details from LOS also directly with the help of this loan case number also, right? But those NBFC who are like taking only the LMS section, in that case, this process which we are demonstrating, in that way you can open, I mean proceed the account opening process. So what I did, first I select the product code, and then in customer ID, we entered the customer ID, and with the help of customer ID, all the basic details in a KYC section and the onboarding section that we entered, those will be get automatically captured here. Now we can move to the next, because now we are opening the loan account. So here what we need to do is that we need to enter the applied amount, sorry, the applied amount and sanction amount. Now period, suppose here I am entering say 72 months because I have taken the housing loan product. So I have entered 72 months. Now based on the amount applied for and the period, automatically the applicable rate of interest is displayed, and his principal installment as well as the interest I mean amount, installment amount is get generated. In fact, I have get generated the entire amortization chart also. Now this is the amortization chart for the period of 72 months. This is get generated. Now in case if suppose uh, we may like allow the guarantor, so the guarantor's detail will be get entered very immediately. So guarantor's ID we need to only enter, and immediately all the details about that guarantor will be get attached with this application, I mean with this loan account application. And after that, once the guarantor's detail is get entered, then the disbursement amount. So here even we have the option, you may allow multiple disbursement also. That means multiple disbursement installment is also possible in our system. In case if suppose you are like disburse in one stroke, you have to enter the entire amount in one stroke. Just add it and move to the next part. And after that, this is just for a reporting point of view. For example, like from which industry this applicant is belongs to. Now system has automatically pick up specific charges, those charges which we configured along with a product. Otherwise, there was, if you've seen, there was a lengthy list of charges, but then the charges which we configured along with the product, only those system has highlighted here. You have to again just give your confirmation whether you are taking all these charges, right? In case if you are like taking all the charges, you have to just give your confirmation and click on this next button. And once if I click, this account will be get opened, right? And auto generate, you will get the auto generated 15 digit your account number also, right? So this is a very simple process which you seen for account opening. Very easily and very quickly you can complete this account opening process also. And once you complete this account opening process, as I told you, like the entire solution is with maker and checker policy. So there is a authorization also. So let me show you with another account. Sorry, with another user ID. I'm logging with another user ID, and in authorization, here I'm getting the list of accounts which is due for, which is waited for authorization. So from here, all this is unauthorized accounts. That means already the request has been processed, but yet it is not, authorized by the dedicated user who has been responsible for this authorization activity, right? So what he will do, he will check all the details. So here all the details has been available for him, right? If he wish, he can see the in case if it's a joint, I think co-borrower, then co-borrower's details, those will be again displayed. All the details like applied amount, the rate of interest, everything will be available for the authorization, the user who has been responsible for authority. And at the end, he will get the button, the authorization button. So if all the information is been entered by his junior or by his subordinate is okay, then he will only perform the authorization. And with this simple authorization, this request, this loan account opening request will be get activated. And now this loan account is ready for disbursement. So let me again go to the original user. So we seen onboarding process. We seen how to open the accounts, also loan account also. Rest of the option is like NBFC is having a current account with commercial banks or any other banks. So those bank account you can open from here only. In case if suppose the NBFC is also doing some investment, in case, so those account is also get open from the same account opening section. But by and large, the main activity is our loan account opening. So onboarding, customer onboarding and the loan account opening. So those we can complete over here. Now, another scenario related to the loan account is in some NBFC, they have a practices. They may take the PDCs specifically in case of vehicle loan. If suppose they have a practices to take a PDCs, they collect the PDC from the applicant, from the borrower. So in that case, immediately after opening the account, we given the option where account wise we can here open, we can here enter the PDC entries, right? So here the account which is already opened, which is already verified and opened. So as per its tenure, system by default, generate the number of records to enter the PDC details, right? So what we need to do, just one by one, we have to like the number of PDCs which we received, those we can enter one by one. And here one by one we have to enter the check number. So whatsoever the check numbers that we can enter one by one over here, and one by one we can save those PDC entries over here. So along with the account, we can enter here the PDC checks. And once this PDC check along with its due date is been, due date will be auto. We already seen that it is auto. Defined by the system as per the repayment due, the repayment due which we already finalized in the account opening section. So as per that, your PDC will be get entered, and once the PDC is get entered, then system will automatically, time to time give you the alerts also when as and when the PDC has been due, and the entire process is automated. It's a realization process, and post realization, when you receive the bank statement from your current from your bank, from the current account, that you can directly process over here. That process also we given completely automated. So later on we can see that process also. Now the account opening process, we seen PDC entry is been entered in a system. Now some few NBFC may follow this PDC, but few NBFC may follow the ECS, because nowadays it's a more digitalized payment system has been available. So we may go for the mandate management. So ECS, where we can activate the ECS process also. So complete mandate, new mandate request, its approval, and post approval, the acknowledgement, and the as per the approval, uh, we can set this defined mandate with the account, so that on automatically on the due date we may we get the payments also. So the entire that cycle is been given here in this mandate management system. So once you configure it properly, the entire process, if you configure, so that automatically this will be start doing, so that we receive the payments time to time, and it will be automatically get credited on the respective account. So entire that process is automated. Only thing is that we need to generate this request from here, new mandate request we need to generate. Then further on, like uploading the request with NPCI, get approved, get generate the acknowledgement number, and after that get approved the request, and post that the payment cycle, request upload process and their response process will be completely automated in this mandate management system. So either PDC or either your ECS, that you can configure here, and once it is get done, then we are proceeding with a disbursement. So now I am moving to the disbursement now, but before disbursement also we have one more option. Might be possible that few NBFC may follow this option also, that pre-disbursement verification. So before even before proceeding for the final disbursement also, if you have like kind of some verification or kind of some confirmation kind of things, so that you can define in a different formats also, and those format wise you can perform this pre-disbursement verification, and once the pre-disbursement verification is done, then only system will allow for the final disbursement, right? So here in this pre-disbursement, might be possible some kind of document collection, some kind of site visit, or some maybe some kind of charges or collection, or some kind of like NOC or something, any kind of documentation. So that option we given here in this format, in a different format way. For example, like here, if I take a field investigation is required for this account, so what I need to do, whether this verification has been done or not. So what this pre-disbursement information function give you the option to get verified before doing the final disbursement. So these options are completely configurable format wise, and that you can completely configure as per your requirement. For example, if I select the different format, so under that format we may have a different check, or we can say the different pre-disbursement checks. So these are the pre-disbursement check as per format A. You may have a different format also. You can select for account to account, right? So after completing this pre-disbursement option, then finally we move for the actual disbursement. If you won't require this pre-disbursement checklist, you may like avoid it also. We may like initially configure that pre-disbursement option is pre-disbursement verification or validation is not required. So in that case, directly we move for the final disbursement. Right now we are rich on a uh, disbursement loan disbursement screen. After selecting the account number, as I select the account number, the system allow me to proceed for the disbursement. Now, as I enter the account number, the total loan amount is been displayed. The applicable rate of interest is applicable, right? And at the same time, system giving me the multiple option: transfer, cash, generate DDPO or NEFT. By and large, NBFCs more or less, prefer to perform this disbursement through NEFT. In that case, with the help of IFC code, the entire bank details will be get automatically, displayed, and then along with the beneficiaries details, his account number and his name, we can proceed this NEFT process for the disbursement. In case if suppose the NBFC is dealing with a small amount of disbursement, in case if they have a micro lending kind of activity, so they may like disburse in cash also, if it has been allowed or if it has been okay. Then one more thing, few NBFC is adopt the model where they have a tab with the vendors, normally with a vehicle loans, specifically with the vehicle loans. So they have a tab with the vendors, so they receive usually the cases from vendors, and in that case, or maybe like they are directly doing the payment to the vendor. So in that case, we have the vendor selection option also. So in that case, the disbursement will be disbursed to the vendor's account. So we need to select here the vendor's details, and in that case that this transfer will be done to the vendor. So transfer to the vendor, disbursement in cash, or if you have an arrangement with your with your bank, and if suppose it has been allowed, then DDP, but I think it has not been applicable. So the best is the NEFT. Finally is the NEFT. So NEFT, cash or vendor transfer, all the options flexibly available. Case to case, you need to you have to only select the mode of disbursement, and as per the mode of disbursement, system will do the complete this disbursement. Even when you are doing the disbursement, that time also all the details are available. So from while performing the disbursement itself, if you wish to see the loan details, you can see the loan details also. If you want to see the disbursement schedule, in case the disbursement while opening the account, if you allow the multiple disbursement, then what how the schedule has been fixed up, those also you can refer from here. So every information which is relevant to that account is been available over here. No need to like close the menu and go to the specific any option and then see the details. Every option is available which has been relevant to that particular transaction on a same screen. So that is again the unique feature of our solution, that it is more user friendly. Now disbursement is done. Now while performing a disbursement, yeah, I just uh, forget one option to show you. That is, even when we are doing this disbursement, so that time, for example, suppose if I go select the NEFT option, so the applicable sum upfront charges. So either the upfront charges which we in a confirm, which we already confirmed during the account opening process also, that uh, we are supposed to be recover these charges which is applicable for this product from this applicant. So now while performing this disbursement, whether you are deducting those charges either at the time of disbursement, if that is been applicable in your organization, so that also we can do here. Those charges has been deducted, at the same moment, or in case if it is in a split process, so there is an option where upfront we can collect separately the charges and do the complete disbursement separately. So all the options or all the possibilities are available with us. Only thing is, as per the NBFC's practices, as per their standard policy or their standard practices, they can adopt the option. We have all the options, but you can go as per your requirement. So either while performing a disbursement, you may recover the charges, or you may separately collect the upfront charges also. Now, disbursement. Now, now disbursement has done. Now disbursement has done, and post disbursement, when your loan account is running on, and you are continuously, regularly you are receiving the repayments. But during the repayment, if there is a there is a inconsistency or like non-regularity in their repayments, in that case you may wish to you may wish to apply some charges or some kind of fine or something like that. So we have the separate option given, post disbursal charges. So under this post disbursal charges, anytime you can apply any type of charges, right? For example, from here, once you select the account number, then from here, by selecting a type of charges, for example, like some arbitration registration charges, notice fee, some maintenance fee, some statement fees, some late payment fees. So under any head, and this is again completely configurable. There is a separate master where we can define all these different types of charges, and from there you will get here the drop down. You have to just select the appropriate option, and then whatever the amount which you want to apply on that particular loan account, you can apply it. So you just need to select the type, and then here we have the option whether it is you are recovering it from in cash, or maybe in your regular process. So regular process in the sense, like if it is a ECS, then through ECS, or like PDC, right? So those options are available. You have to just apply here the appropriate charge type and the amount. That's it. And this will be automatically get parked as a receivable on the customer's account. And whenever we receive the repayment, automatically by default, because the guideline is very fixed that first we recover the receivable, then we receive the interest, and then principal. So according to that, whatever charges which you applied or which you impose, those will be get recovered. So post disbursal also you may apply the charges. So this is a complete cyclic process related to the loan. Now we comes for the repayment. So already we configure the repayment methods either through ECS or either through PDC. So ECS will be completely automated. Now in case of PDC, as and when the PDC is due for realization, we submit it in our current account. That means in our bank account. And whenever we receive day-to-day basis, whenever normally daily we may download the bank statement from our current account, and then that bank account we can import in our system, and after import we may perform this reconciliation process, we can say, or we may say bank statement processing, right? So here, sorry, this we given in the daily transaction. So in a daily transaction here, in case if you have a multiple current account, then all the current account will be get listed over here. So as you select the bank account, in case the already if you uploaded the bank statement which you downloaded from the bank or which you received from the bank. So date wise, all those uploaded statement will be displayed, available over here. What you need to do, you just need to click on the display button where the PDC which you already realized with the bank, if it is get clear, then those will be automatically mapped and automatically reconciled by this process. So here system will automatically, in case if the counter transaction is been available into the bank statement, then system will automatically clear those PDCs and immediately post this PDC payment with a customer account, right? In case if the specifically this is for the PDC only, the PDC which we collected. So those will be automatically reconcile, or those will be automatically mapped here with this, with the help of this bank statement processing. And in case of ECS, we have a separate reconciliation option there. The system will perform, automatically post. In case of ECS, ECS will be completely automated. So moment we receive the payment, it will be directly, posted to the applicant's account, ledger. And in case of cash, normally NBFC or like such kind of organization won't prefer to collect the repayment through cash. But in case whenever we receive the repayment through cash, then we have an option here in a daily transaction where we may collect the cash also from the applicant. So in case cash also directly we can collect from here. So that way we may complete the repayment process. And once the repayment process through different channel is been completed and completely get match also, then the regular your interest activity where centralized, you can process the centralized interest calculation, its posting to the respective accounts, completely automated from this option. So centralized, you can proceed this interest calculations and as an on due, completely from centralized calculation as well as posting, both the things, both you can manage from here. So this way my regular account opening, its disbursement, its repayments and interest calculation has been done. So finally, as and when the account is get settled, so we have a account settlement option also. But in case if some account overdue or NPA, so for that we have a separate option, and for that reporting also we have a separately. प्रोसेस दूसरे यूजर के पास में. Okay, NPA processing process is not been available to this user, so we have to log in with another user, and that user can manage all the overdues, basically overdues. So we have a properly like bucket wise overdues also, and their report generation section also. So if let's move to the report section. Now report section, we have a day-to-day our transactional reports, our GL reports, accounts, loan accounts related reports, entirely that we bifurcated, functional module wise. For example, daily reports, under a daily reports, you have a day-to-day your day book, your day-to-day transactional reports, then all your financial reports also, right from the general ledger, then your trial balance, your profit and loss, up to the balance sheet. So entire up to balance sheet, the entire all your financial statement will be get generated from this single solution only, right? So we have a day-to-day our day book and cash book also, where day-to-day transactions will be get addressed, right? Similarly, we have under a GL, as I told you, trial balance, then profit and loss. So if we suppose select a profit and loss, So we may generate the profit and loss statement also. Now here, not just for this particular report, but for entire all the reports which has been available along with the solution, you have a multiple printing option also. For example, like you may select the different types of paper. You may like configure its orientation also, like either you print in a portrait or landscape, and most important is the multiple export option. So every report which has been generated from the system is been very easily exported either in Excel or PDF or in a Word format also. So after exporting it, if you wish, you may like submit it, or you may like if it has been exported in Excel, then you may like after like adding some column or some information, you may submit it with a wherever you wish, right? So export option is also available, and printer, you may have any kind of printer. And since it's a multi-page report, so directly you may jump on any particular page also. Simply for example, if I wish to see the 15th page, I may directly enter the 15th page, right? So it's a 35-page P&L report. So one by one also you can navigate the single page also, right? So all these options you get available in a report section. All these features are been available with your regular report section. For example, suppose account statement. So you may directly generate the account statement for any particular account. So here also we have a multiple option, full ledger or only principal statement. So suppose if I select the full ledger, and from date option is again this periodic option is also on your selection only. So you can select the period also, and depend on that your statement will be get generated. In case if you wish, you may have a generate the statement on your pre-printed stationery also, where your NBFC logo and entire address and all those stuffs can be pre-printed, and rest of the information will be get displayed here. You may send it to the mail also, in case the account holder's email ID is already been configured or in a customer master. Then if you click in a this email option, this statement will be directly mailed to your customer also. At the same time, we have a bulk statement mailing option also separately given. There, if you wish, you can mail the statement bulk at a any specific due period also. For example, like at the end of the month, if you want that all the statement will be automatically mailed to your customers, so that option is also possible. But here, one by one also you can select the option, and one by one also you can send the mail statement through mail also. So in a similar fashion, various reports are available over here in the report sections. So you will get bulk of reports, and there, I mean, up to your financial statement also. So report is not the option. Then in the utility, there we have some options like ready reckoner. So in case any inquiry has been sitting in front of you, so like what should be my EMI? So with the help of ready reckoner also, you can directly calculate over here. Some more option like signature and all those things, those has been available in the utility section. Then your regular day and day begin process, so those will be available here. Day end process centralize, if you have a multi branch option, then you can perform the day end process centralize also immediately after getting a log from all the branches. So day end process and day begin process is also given over here. Then there is one more module, that is a legal. So whenever in case of disputes with any account, we always hire the consultant, that means legal agencies. We always, I mean, assign the cases to the legal agencies, and further they proceed the legal formalities, I mean, the case and all those things. So in that case, we have this legal module where we can case to case, I mean, loan account, we can configure the I mean, we can map the like lawyer, and then where we can enter the complete case history also. So day to day basis, whenever there is a hearing, one by, I mean, day to day basis, we can enter the progress, so that we can have the always available updated form that what is the current status. At the same time, whenever there is a next hearing, you will get alerts also, and on the next hearing you can then enter the next hearing details also. So in support to that, we have this small legal option also given over here. And as I told you in a starting, that few NBFC may have investments also. So in case if you have an investment, then complete investment module is also given. But this is optional if it is required. So very quickly, I explain you about the investment. You can open the investment account and regularly perform the transaction. So as and whenever, I mean, you may like have a transaction in the investment account whenever you either purchase or whenever you are either sell it. So those sell and purchase option, you can enter it here in the investment module. So those is again tightly, I mean, immediately get reflected on your books. Every transaction, whether it is related to your disbursement, whether it is related to your repayment, whether it is related to your interest calculation and posting, or whenever it is related to your any kind of charges, whether it's a post disbursement, upfront charge, anything, everything is real time basis get posted into your financial books. It is tightly integrated with the financial accounting. No need to do separately the posting, or no need to do any process so that its reflection will be get done on the financial books. No, real time basis, immediately system is booked the financial transaction on the financial books. So every financial transaction is available on a ready basis. So any moment of time, if you refer the general ledger, all the transaction which you done will be get reflected on your ledger, on your trial balance, on your P&L, on your balance up to your balance sheet. So that way our solution is tightly integrated with financial accounting model also. And then the reconciliation. So the reconciliation partial part we already discussed about the reconciliation. Rest of the things, I mean, the entire my bank account will be very easily get reconciled from here with the help of this reconciliation tool. Here, what we need to do, only we need to import the bank statement from here, and just perform the reconciliation. And for performing the reconciliation in a masters, we given the multiple option. For example, like for a, in case of like exact match, what should be the criteria? So definitely the instrument number, amount, and maybe the instrument date, or maybe the date. So transaction date, value date, or instrument date. By any, I mean, by any option, we may combine it and perform the reconciliation. This is a one-time activity. Once we configure this criteria, we need to only import the bank statement and click on this reconciliation. Your reconciliation will be get done automatically. So rest of your bank statement will be completely reconciled and managed with the help of this reconciliation tool. Now I'm going back to the I mean, original presentation. That is, as I told you, that we are offering complete, I mean, solution in a segregated way, like LOS, LMS. Then we have a mobile application, and integrated but separately the analytical tool also. So we see in the LMS, complete LMS. Now under the mobile application, we have agency banking. So under this agency banking, if you have a like collection agents, or that kind of like arrangement, then in that case this mobile application is very helpful, which not only helps you for the payment collection, but even the same app may be useful for even like to get open the accounts also at the customer's doorstep. So both the features are available, the regular repayments or regular your collection, as well as the account opening also. So here, every your registered agents or field agents, field officer, or your collection agent, whatever you can say. So every your registered collection agent will get the credential from you only, and with the those credential only, he may allow to log in into the system. That means from his mobile, but only the registered and approved user ID will get allowed to access this data, access this application. So now I'm logging as a agent. So what I'll get, the transaction where I can perform the collection, and under this manage clients and accounts, uh, the customer onboarding as well as the account opening process will be get handled or will be get managed. NBFC web. So the regular transaction where we collecting the payments. So this account number, moment I enter the account number, I have to enter, I will get, that agent will get all the details displayed on his mobile, the account, the account holder's name, its opening dates, then the installment amount or maybe the balance amount, right? So all this detail will be get displayed on his mobile, and once he enter the amount which he is collecting from that customer, immediately that will be get hit to your central server, and immediately that will be get booked into the in your accounts, right? And immediately after that, the that collection entry or that collection transaction will be get completed. Now in case the same mobile app, through same mobile app, if you wish that your agent should even open the new loan accounts also, so that is also possible. Very quickly I'll show you. First he has to perform the initial KYC, and after KYC he may open the loan account also. So loan account process is also very handy and very quickly get performed on the same mobile app through the same agency banking app also. And it is totally your choice whether you allowed or not. If you want that this feature is not been required, we can uh, I mean we can deactivate that option and only keep activate the collection portion only. So after collection, definitely agent would like to generate some report also on day-to-day basis, that what is the collection, or in case if during the collection if any account holder requested for the details, so with the help of account number, your agent can also immediately display the details also, or even he can show the report also. There is an option to select the period also from this date to that date. So by defining that period also, they can generate the statement. So this way, this mobile application, that is the agency banking, will be helpful for NBFC for collection point of view, and in case if it is required, then for account opening at the customer end also, if it is required. Then now the most important is the LOS. So we have a separate complete LOS, browser based LOS also, where this LOS system not only give you the option to get online loan application directly from the applicant or from your business associates also, and otherwise we may process all the loan application offline also. So all possibilities, considering all possibilities, we given this we designed this LOS portal where sign up activity is required only in case of the online loan application. There the self, by generating a self credential, anybody can do the online loan application also. Otherwise, by login by your internal user, that means internal NBFC user can enter the offline or walk-in inquiries, do process the detail application entry, their KYC verification, and then properly do the assessment. And once the assessment processes get done, then on completion of its approval, the same details will be available to the main LMS section. So we may start with LOS also, or we may directly start with LMS only, from LMS also. So it is totally your choice whether to start or initiate with LOS or to begin with LMS only. Our LMS is having the option mobile application also, and we have a one small our own design analytica or analytical tool also. This analytical tool helps you to for mainly for the decision point of view, so and mainly for the management perspective. So This is something like the central dashboard kind of thing, where the management is getting some key features about the running loan cases, or branch wise total overdue cases, or like category wise loan cases, then monthly income expenses, cash receipts and payments, loans and advance in a graphical way. So such graphical details you may get here. At the same time, in the same this Analytica tools, we have another option also, where the complete chart of account is been available for you, and from the chart of account itself you may generate any you may generate your own graph also. For example, like from asset, if I select midterm loan, then I may have a performance of midterm loans. I mean the loans which comes under the midterm loan, and their as per their balance, the system is showing me in a graphical way also. You may have a this performance generation on a group level also. You may have a product wise also. For example, now under the midterm loan we have a various products. So if I select any specific product and refresh the graph, then the graph will be get change. Okay, I selected all the product. Now here I need to select the specific product. I selected earlier I selected all the product. That's why all the products which comes under the midterm loan will be get displayed on the graph. But if I select any specific product and refresh it, then my graph is only for that particular product only. So this way, from a chart of account also, you can like select any group head or any GL head, or even one more option is been available over here. That is, yeah, that is branch selection. If you have a multiple branches, then branch wise also you may generate the graph. So see, like plotting or generating a graph on a same selection but on a different way, either on a group head level, either on a GL level, or either on a branch level also, in case you have a multiple branches. So suppose uh, all the branches, you may generate the graph for all the branches. Sorry, refresh it, and then generate it. So month wise and branch wise, you have a graphical presentation also for the same GL head. Now we have one more option. There all your total loan portfolio is been get displayed as per the rate of interest wise. That means this is your total loan portfolio, which is currently bifurcated as per the rate of interest. For example, like 12% rate of interest, how much total loan amount I have disbursed, and what is its share in my loan portfolio. So its contribution is 18.70%. Then at the rate of 11.75%, how much amount I have disbursed, and what is its share or its contribution in my total loan portfolio. The same data you may get here in a statistical form also. So here in the statistical form, you will get the rate of interest, total amount disbursed, and its percentage. And now, if you click on any, suppose any bucket, for example, if I click on the 12% rate, the immediate is been bifurcated product wise, because this 12% rate of interest having applicable to the multiple loan products. So these are my product. That means under this product, at the rate of 12%, how much amount I have disbursed, right? And now, if I click any particular product bucket, then the same amount I have disbursed to the joint, under the category of joint account holders, or the individual, or the proprietors, or the partnership firms, right? Or the private limited company. That means this is the customers category. So first I have displayed the rate of interest wise, then I have drilled down product wise, and if I click on the product, then the customer category wise. So these are the some pre-configured graph that we made available here on this analytical tool. So finally, my complete offering is a combination of your LOS, LMS, mobile application, and along with the analytical tools. So this is our complete offering. And I hope I have covered up and try to address all the typical functionality which is typically required to any NBFCs.
Thank you for watching.